Hello and welcome. Kerry here from Carnivore Cafe Chat with Jeff, Adam, JT. How's it going, guys?
Fantastic.
Jeff, what's up? You got to tell us how's it going, where you're at, and
where is Jeff? That's the new game today on the show, man.
right?
Adesso. Buonasera, amici. Good evening, my friends. Can you guys hear me?
What's amici mean?
Amici means friends in plural.
Oh, okay.
Amici.
Well, thanks,
Amico
amici.
or ragazzi. Ragazzi means the boys. Hanging out with the boys tonight.
Nice.
Right.
So, guys, yeah, I know it's a little bit of a secret, but I am in Italy. I'm in Italy. I've been here for about 4 or 5 days. What day is it today? Today's martedì. They say martedì in Italian. So I arrived here on Friday. I left Ontario on Thursday, and I arrived here Friday. And I'm having a blast, guys. I'm loving it.
Look like you're having a blast, man. You got the native tongue going and everything.
Yes, I'm practicing. I'm a little out of practice, but I'm here for a little bit, and each day it gets better and better. So by the time I leave, I'll be speaking pretty good Italian, I think.
Are you saying
if you can do this is like the biggest Italian language you could do right here.
Just stay away from the fresh pies, Jeff.
That's right. Oh, I'm trying my best. Guys. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Killing it, man.
I'm drinking water, guys, because right now it is, hold on a second here. My battery's low on my watch. It's 11 p.m. So I'm going to stay on with you guys till about 11:45. What is it in your time right now? It's
5 o'clock.
5
o'clock?
6 o'clock for me.
So from Adam, I'm 5 hours ahead of Adam, 6 hours ahead of Kerry and JT. So it's going to be close to midnight when I'm done with you guys. So that's why I'm drinking water. And I had, honestly, ever since I've been here, I've been having 3 cappuccinos a day, 3 coffees a day.
Woo!
Wow.
Because when you're in Italy, you got to drink coffee. And you know what, guys? I got a glucose monitor on. So I'm checking my glucose, and the cappuccinos don't spike it at all. So it's espresso with foam. Like I think they make the foam from milk, but it's not cream, not heavy cream, but it's just the foam. It doesn't do anything, and they sprinkle cacao on top, which is like not chocolate. Cacao, yeah, that's it. They sprinkle that, and I'm having like 3 cappuccinos a day, and they're only like $1.25 per cappuccino. You get it in a nice ceramic cup, and there's like every block there's a bar, and in Italy, a bar doesn't mean like a bar where you go and you drink alcohol. It means you go have a coffee and you order your cappuccino, your espresso, and that's how you start your day. And I've been doing it all day long, though.
Do they got a Starbucks out there, Jeff?
They do have a Starbucks. Where did I see one? No, you know what? I haven't saw a Starbucks yet, but I am 1 hour south of Rome. So we're probably on the weekends. We might venture to Rome, and we'll probably see a Starbucks.
It's awesome.
But I've been eating as much as possible carnivore, guys. And today actually, well, first of all, I just want to quickly explain, and I don't want to do all the talking tonight. You guys got to do most of it. So I just want to quickly explain, because some of my subscribers are asking, "Whoa, you're in Italy. What are you doing there?" And blah, blah, blah. And everybody wants to know stuff. But, I don't know how you guys feel, but sometimes there's a little bit a part of my life that I have to keep on the down low sometimes, right? It's like, so I had one subscriber saying, "What are you doing there? Are you there for work, vacation, family, sport?" I could say I'm here for everything, to be honest with you. When you have stage 4 cancer, guys, there's some checklists that you got to do, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm hoping I'm going to kick the shit out of this cancer and be here for a while. But, I'm actually in a village right now that is about 30 minutes from my parents' home village where they were born, both my parents. So I have family that I've visited the first weekend I was here, this past weekend. I'm looking into some cancer things here. And I'm also one of the main reasons I'm here with my son, Peter. It's just me and Peter right now. And Peter is training for soccer at a professional academy, and he's got a tryouts. He trained for example, today he trained in the morning for an hour and a half, and then he actually had a medical exam because in Europe they take sport really serious. So he trained yesterday without a medical exam. Yesterday was the first day, and he just trained in the morning. But today he trained in the morning, and then he went to the medical exam where he has a doctor in Italy and a nurse, and they check everything over, make sure he's clear, and they sign off on a certificate. And then tonight we just finished training. He trained from 7:30 to 9, and it was more of a tryout with the. He's 15 years old, but he was mixed in with the under 18 team. So they're starting him there, and then they might move him to his age group later on. But it's like the dream vacation for my son Peter, and he's been waiting to do this because he works so hard at soccer. I know Adam and Kerry have seen it. He's been training so much, and he was before the pandemic when he was 11 years old. He was supposed to go to England for 10 days, and then that got canceled because that was April 2020. Pandemic hit March 2020, so that time we were supposed to go to England got canceled. But he was 11 years old, and I'm glad it got canceled because I don't think he would he's the perfect age right now where he can really strive to achieve something here. So he's really pumped up.
Is this Peter's first time in Italy?
Peter's second time. The last time we were here was 2016. So that was 8 years ago. Peter would have been 7 years old, and Dante was here and he was 5. My wife and Dante are probably joining us soon here. It's just Peter and I right now, but they're probably joining us soon.
Nice.
So that's all I want to say. And I'm having a great time. I got an Airbnb here right now, and it's pretty amazing. I learned this from Kerry and Adam. This is my first Airbnb ever, and it's phenomenal. I'm loving it. I'm at the top of a village. The village is called Alatri. Peter trains in Frosinone, which is like 15 minutes away. And then my parents, so there's Rome. You drive an hour, almost an hour south of Rome, and there's Alatri, and then 15 more minutes is Frosinone, where he trains for soccer. And then another 15 minutes is my parents' hometown. So I'm kind of in the native homeland of my parents. And it's funny, Kerry, the last 5 days, I start every sentence with everybody I meet by saying I'm sorry. in Italian. For example, I posted a short today, and Kerry, you were telling me about this earlier. You posted a short, so I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna steal your thunder, but I posted a short today. I ate McDonald's twice today. I ate it for lunch and dinner, just because I left Peter at the soccer academy where there's actually a residency. So he ate lunch with the soccer boys and he hung out with them. So I had kind of 5-6 hours to myself. So anyways, I was there at noon today, and then I was there at 5 o'clock at night before I went and watched Peter train. But I start every sentence saying "mi scusi." "Mi scusi" in Italian is I'm sorry, and then I say mi parle italiano poco poco. I speak Italian very very little, and I say perché io è canadese. I'm a Canadian, right? And then they're and right away then they're all good. And I ask them if they speak English. Tu parle inglese? And most of the time, some of them, if they're young people, they do speak English because they learn it in school. But if they're older, they don't. So then my broken Italian and English gets kind of mixed in. But I start every sentence with "mi scusi, mi scusi." I'm sorry.
It's so funny because I think today is my 1 year on Carnivore. Today,
amazing.
Yeah. As you would, I went to McDonald's to celebrate today. For some reason, an hour ago, I was like, I just feel like McDonald's. And in this 1 year on Carnivore, I think I've had it 3, maybe 4 times. So it's so crazy when you said you did a short, I did a short. So why don't
awesome.
Let's show Jeff's short real quick because I want to see how you do this.
Sounds good.
Let's go. I think I got it right here. Here's Jeff's channel, Blessings on My Journey. Link in the description. It's this one right here, I think.
Yeah. I even wrote in Italian. There you go.
Buongiorno tutti. Sono in Italia. Adesso mangiare alla McDonald's. Today I am in Italy and I'm eating at a McDonald's in Frosinone. That's 1 hour south of Rome. I love coming here because this is what I can get. Quattro carne, quattro hamburger, 4 hamburgers. There is lettuce under there. I didn't ask for that. But they also give me Parmesan cheese, Parmesan fromage. Very, very good. Olive oil from McDonald's. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that on my hamburger. I got salt. Okay. And here I am in Italia, mangiare carne, solo carne. I'm eating carnivore, only carnivore, doing my best. And I hope everybody's doing well. My name's Jeff, and I'm on a journey to being cancer-free.
Let's go.
I love that.
Thanks, Kerry.
That is awesome. Hey, real quick, I got one more. I'll show. I can't. So was that today, Jeff?
That was just today. I did that like 5-6 hours ago. It's crazy.
Sam, I literally just got back with the girls. So
That's amazing.
I did my 1-year video, not to shamelessly plug this, but every one of these 3 gentlemen that are on here were a huge part of that 1-year video. And literally, like, I don't know what it is with me, Jeff, but I just absolutely crack up every single time I think about you ordering McDonald's in Canadian politeness. It's just the funniest thing in the world to me. So this was me. Literally, I didn't know Jeff did a short today on McDonald's. I did a short today on McDonald's.
That's awesome.
So here it is. I'll just show this real quick. Mine's even shorter than Jeff's here. Let's see. Where do I got this here? Here we go.
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Oh, man. All right. It's not going to work. I just said, oh, sorry.
That's awesome.
We got kind of a weird order here. And then Alyssa and Katie were with me, and they started just cracking up. They thought it was funny.
That's awesome. How many patties did you order?
Oh, nothing like the Jeff order. But we're getting the quarter pounders. So I got 3 for me, and then Alyssa got 2 and Katie got 2. So
nice.
We got 7 total. But the quarter pounders are good. I don't know what it is because JT knows. I don't know, Adam. Do you got Culver's by you out in Ohio?
Yep.
Yeah, Culver's is like, that's the go-to, right, JT? That's the carnivore go-to is Culver's.
Those crispy edges on those burgers, man.
That's all
Nice.
I've been getting. That's all I've been getting mostly on my carnivore journey until you introduced me to McDonald's. And I took Katie there the other day. She's like, I think this is better than Culver's. Like, there's something with the McDonald's patties. The McDonald's I went to, too, Katie used to work at. And I was like, tell me this, girls. Like, I've heard from other people. Do they put seed oils on it? And Paul Saladino recently did a video. He's like, no, they just put the frozen patty right on the hot tub. And that's what Katie and Alyssa said, too. It's just 100% beef, no
That's
seed
awesome.
oils, nothing. So.
And you know what? I was blown away with in Italy here, like that little bottle of olive oil, like
Yeah.
and I know it. Hey, it's a plant, but I know a lot of the people say if you're going to use any oils, olive oil, and the one from Italy's got to be the best because the one they send to Canada and the US, that's their garbage olive oil. So this one should be the best, and they give you that. I asked for cheese, and they said, "Do you want Parmesan cheese?" And it's like a big chunk of Parmesan cheese. It's unbelievable, right?
Nice.
And Paul Saladino's big on the Parmesan cheese too. So you know what? Yeah, I'm trying my best. I went grocery shopping. You know, I'm buying beef. I'm buying. They don't have bacon. They call it pancetta, which is similar to bacon. I bought eggs. I bought lamb, sheep, adult sheep on a stick. I cooked that the other night.
Ooh.
But you know what's funny, guys? I am telling a lot of people, like the people involved with Peter's soccer, and I'm telling my relatives that I visit in my parents' home village that I have cancer, right? I'm telling them that because I want to show them that I have cancer, and everyone thinks I'm lying because I don't look like I have cancer, right? And I don't just have like one little tumor. I have stage 4 cancer, incurable, inoperable, like I should have been dead. I try to explain this to them. And I tell everybody the 3 main things is diet, fasting, and exercise. And then the 4th one's supplements. And by the way, I'm doing all 4 of those in Italy. I brought my supplements, right? So the diet, and I really express the diet, right? And Italy is a little bit I think from analyzing the way people are reacting, Italy's way more behind on understanding carnivore than Canada and the US. Like I think Canada and the US is because Italy, everyone I talk to, they say they communicate with me in Italian and they say all their doctors say they need to stop eating red meat. They have to stop eating red meat. Like and they say they look at me and they go, "Are you sure you just eat red meat? You have cancer?" and I say, "Guys, I tell them 22 months, 23 months I've been carnivore, only eating red meat and I have cancer." And they're like, and they get a sad look on their face and they're like all confused. Like, so I really think, and I was even telling, actually, when Peter had his medical this morning, I met a really smart doctor actually, and he spoke a lot of English. And I told him what I was doing and he totally understand. No carbohydrates, no sugar. That this doctor understood. He was a sports doctor. But even the soccer coaches that I'm meeting and people involved in the academy and they're like, no, you have to eat pasta and pizza and carbs. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they're so behind over here. And the sad thing is they have good meats here. Like they're supposed to have better cows, like in terms of getting the cheese and the milk. And they have whatever you call them, the A1 or A2 the A2 cows, whatever they call them. They have the better animals here, more natural, probably less hormone injected, right? You know what I mean? So, but they're still being told by their doctors, don't eat red meat, which is I'm totally blown away by.
And they don't eat bacon, huh?
Well, I'm going to show you what the bacon looks like. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because that was tripping me out. I'm like, Italy doesn't do bacon?
JT's like, I'm out. No Italy for me.
Visit.
You know what? I think I don't know. I think this looks like bacon. I think it looks like bacon.
It does.
It's called pancetta. I'm pretty sure it comes from a pig. Pancetta. Yeah. But anyways, I haven't cooked it yet. Tomorrow morning, Peter trains a little bit later in the morning, so I told him I'm going to make him a whole bunch of eggs and some of this pancetta. So I'm going to try it out.
You'll be able to smell it when you cook it up, Jeff.
Pancetta. Pancetta Power Bowl.
Pancetta Power Bowl. Actually,
new T-shirt.
I made a Power Bowl here. We had ground beef. I'm pretty sure it was beef. It looked like beef. And we put what do we put in it, Peter? Put eggs, beef. Oh, prosciutto. I ripped a bunch of that prosciutto, Kerry. I know I got you eating it. You buy it at Costco now. So yep. I put that in instead of bacon, and then I had a whole bunch of butter on it. So no, it was really good. So we're trying our best to maybe eat like one meal at the Airbnb, and then when we're out and about, today Peter ate with the boys at the residency, and I told him, I said, you know what, Peter, they're gonna make they made pasta. So I said, just eat it. You know what? You're here. This is a once in a lifetime trip. You're going to burn it off. You're going to go on the pitch right away and get those carbs out of your system. So I told him to eat it. So he ate that. But after his training tonight, him and I stopped at McDonald's and we got some burgers. So it was good.
It's awesome.
Anyway, so what's going on, Adam? What's happening?
Not much, man. Got a couple interviews posted on my channel, Lindy and Susan.
Nice.
Yeah, the Lindy one seems to be really resonating with a lot of people because she's super awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know a more kind-hearted person than Lindy. So
and what is Lindy? Is she a carnivore? Is she a doctor? Is she?
Oh yeah, Lindy lost over 500 pounds in less than 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
on
gonna have to
Carnivore.
watch that. That's amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
And who's the other woman?
Susan, she's actually here locally. I met her at a meetup, but she's always in the comments. She actually might be in the comments tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, she's UK, USA Meat Lady Heals. I believe that's her YouTube channel. But yeah, I just released that video yesterday. So, but yeah, she's got a really good story too. Her astigmatism in her eyes improved. It reversed, and the eye doctor was like, "Oh my gosh, like how in the world is this even possible?" Right? So
that's amazing.
That was good. She's healed ulcerative colitis. When she was in the UK, doctors actually told her don't eat fiber And then when she gets to the US, the doctors here told her, eat fiber. And she's
That's
like, well,
crazy.
it makes me feel worse. So she kept eating it. Well, then she ended up where she was doubled over in pain and had all sorts of issues. So she found
Yes,
the carnivore diet and all is well.
It's awesome.
Hey, Kerry, are we streaming from all our channels? Like, is mine up there? I tried to hook it up when I was here the other night.
I believe so. There's a whole bunch of little. We got Carnivore Today, Blessings on My Journey. Yep, you're on there, Jeff.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
You know, I got an interview this Friday with a lady named Valerie Smith. Very interesting lady. She had this is all with a carnivore diet. She fixed 6 different mental illnesses and 20 different physical illnesses.
Wow.
All from just eating carnivore. And she 40 years of suffering and she's all good now. Can you believe that, man? Love it.
That's
Awesome.
amazing.
Can't wait to hear that one.
I just did an interview a couple days ago. It's not live yet, but maybe tomorrow or the next day with, I think you've interviewed her, Adam, Lori from Carnivore Cheer. She is incredible. Yep. Yeah. My goodness. She's like the sweetest, nicest person, but her story, I was just like, what? It just kept getting crazier and crazier. So, yeah, that one's coming out soon. Otherwise, I've been busy working on I'm glad that I've reached 1 year on Carnivore, but I'm glad that it's done too, so I can move on, because I tried to put together a video highlighting it, and I wanted to include a lot of like the different clips, but I've got like an hour and a half clip with so-and-so, and I've got like 4 seconds. So this whole video was, it taxed my system in terms of memory, because I had like 250 clips, like, hey, this is so-and-so, hey, this is so-and-so, just kind of cutting through, trying to show the highlights from the whole year. So, but you guys are a big part of it. So if you get a chance to watch it, Jeff, you're kind of more near the end. But
I'm gonna watch it lying in bed tonight for sure. Check it out. How long is it?
It's a little long. It's like 40 minutes, but you're a big part of it. Just fast forward to the end. You're near the end more. You're near the end of my 1 year journey.
I did watch it, Dr. Berryfinger. I have to defend myself one more time. So I'm gonna look down at the screen right now.
I know what you're talking about.
That's awesome.
Does it look like I'm asleep?
A little bit.
Okay. All right.
Jeff, I don't know if you remember this, but during the 24-hour live stream where I showed your video to Dr. Chafee, that's in this video, by the way, and then your reaction afterwards. But shortly after that, Adam and we had this big kind of running joke, because we were getting delirious. Like, we were both very tired. I was legitimately like, fall asleep. But Adam, when he looks down, because his computer screen's down, he looks like he was sleeping. Long story short, it's in the video. There was this one clip where Adam and I both look like we're sleeping. I'm like, this looks disrespectful to Dr. Chafee, Adam. Like, what are we? And I texted Adam, and then Adam started just like laughing. He just had this crazy smirk on his face, and yeah, it was pretty hilarious.
You guys looked like you were sleeping, and I was in a bacon suit. Chafee is probably like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I'm never coming back.
I gave Dr. Chafee a big thank you. I was like, the sports analogy, I was like, this is like we're a football team, and me, Adam, and JT hand you the football. We lay on the ground and pass out, and then you run it all the way down, and you get a touchdown, and you win for everybody. We don't do anything. We really appreciate you. So he was on for like, awesome. I think he was on for like 3 or 4 hours that night. It saved us for sure, because we were. He was.
That's awesome.
He killed it, man. He did great. When doesn't Chafee do a good job? All his
amazing.
He's ramping it up even more. Like, the more I'm watching him, Instagram, the YouTube videos, I'm like, this guy's got so much energy.
Yeah, he's leveled up his shorts game recently. I'm like, oh man, I like it.
Right. I don't know. We've talked about that in the past, but all the doctors I saw in the past were not people I'd want to necessarily emulate. Not fat shaming them or whatever, but when I look at Chafee, I'm like, I want to be like him, not just because he looks amazing, but just his energy and the amount of stuff he's getting done. I want to emulate that more for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Do you guys have any big events coming up or big calls coming up with anybody?
JT's got a little thing in the works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our next carnivore meetup, the Healing Humanity Gathering coming up here. April 13th.
April 13th.
Yep, Thiensville, Wisconsin, in my area here. We rented out the park. It's going to be
a physical meetup, not online.
Nope,
that's
nope.
awesome.
And it's a bring your own meat party.
Nice.
And we're going to be just grilling, and then we are going to be sharing. We want people to come and share their story so we can get it documented. Like Dr. Kilt says, it's the documented stories that matter. And if anybody feels like they haven't had a chance to get their story out there, they can come to the Carnivore Meetup on April 13th, and we'll get you filmed and on Kerry's channel and share your story. It's going to be fun and get to mingle. We're going to have a little field trip to the local butcher shop. It's going to be a blast.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a link. There's a link in the description if anyone wants to get some more info on it.
Did you say it's at a park? You said you rented a space?
Yeah, we rented out the whole park.
That's
I had
amazing.
to get a ton of insurance because everybody's going to be bringing their own grill and shit. So
yeah, that's right. I was just going to say, you guys are going to
it's all insured.
You're going to barbecue for sure, eh?
For sure. Yep.
That's awesome. That's great. I think I might be home by then, so I don't know.
Interesting.
I might have to. I don't know. One of these days, I'm driving to Wisconsin, Illinois, whatever, wherever you guys are. I'm driving there. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen soon.
Well, see what you can do. April 13th in my neck of the woods. I'm a little bit more. I'm 2 hours more south than Kerry is, so
are you?
It'll be a little easier for people from
nice.
Chicago and stuff to come up if they want to.
So you're closer to Chicago then.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. Adam, what about you? Thinking about going or what?
Probably not.
I told him not to.
It's like 17 or 18 hours of driving for a 3-hour event. I don't think I can do it.
I know.
Adam, he came all the way out for we just did this one with Dr. Hampton. And Adam came all the way out for that, which was awesome.
Amazing.
But yeah, I was like, Adam, you're so nice. Don't come all the way out for this thing. We're hoping to do many, many more too. So.
Well, the big one's going to be that KetoCon, right?
Yeah, hack your health. Yep.
Hack your health. That's right.
Yep.
Is there some other carnivore conferences coming up? Because I think been seeing some like that Shafee's attending or something. Have you guys heard that?
I think so. I'm not up to date on those very much. I don't know. Do you, Adam, JT, know of any?
Not yet.
I think
Health
is the first one.
I think. You know how I was talking about how Italy's really behind over here because they probably don't have like 4 crazy guys like us on YouTube shouting out to them about how the carnivore diet is saving our lives, right? So I think maybe sometime soon, maybe a year from now, maybe we should organize a carnivore conference in Italy.
That would be sick.
We all come here.
Hey, I interviewed a guy from Italy on my channel, Dario.
Did you? Dario's a very popular name.
And he's a professional chef and a carnivore. So
really,
there you go. Yep.
That's on your channel?
Yep.
All right, Kerry, I'm not watching your thing tonight. I'm watching Dario and Adam.
I was going to say, it's interesting because I recently interviewed a chef as well, Chef Bruno, but he's not from Italy, so.
Yeah, hold on. I got to plug my laptop in. Hey, Peter.
Sure.
Let's go, Robin.
Yeah.
I see you there. I missed you at the Chicago one. My babysitter fell through, but this time I'll have my wife and my son there. So if anybody wants to meet William and Anna, we're going to be there.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I just got to give a quick shout out to Montello
the world
Theater.
Famous.
Nice.
Montello Theater.
Yes.
The world famous.
Oh, I don't have my shirt on. Adam,
I represent.
Kerry, we're going to do Minions too, man, when that comes out. July 3rd. We're going to be doing Minions.
Yeah.
Bring me my
free tickets. Shirt. And I'm going to have the suit.
Nice.
Let's go.
It's going to be fun. Yeah.
Oh, man, it's going to kick ass.
That's awesome. Hey, I'll be right back.
All right. Adam, you're going to get fired if you don't show up soon. You're about an hour late for your shift.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
That's my dad joke where the girls are like, all right, dad, because we have a bunch of patrons that come into the theater that wear the shirt that every time they do, it's the same shtick. Like, where have you been? Like, we've been waiting here. Come on. Time is money. Let's go. The girls are like, Dad, enough already.
Yeah, the triplets are probably rolling their eyes at that point.
Every single time. Yep. And it gives me more fuel to do it even more.
Are you still doing? Oh, hey, there you go, Jeff. Let's go.
There we go. Is that Dr. Chafee back there? What's going on?
Are you still doing the
He's trying to get them super chats
on the weekend?
There we go.
Let's go. Yeah, he's
That's
got the
it.
shirt on. Now he's ready.
Now I'm ready. I
Nice.
brought it to Italy. I was trying to pick the right day to wear it. I'm sure I'm going to wear it a few more times.
That's awesome. Hey, we're world famous.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Today's in Italy. It's weird. They have like festas, like festivals, like I don't know, like it seems like once a week, a couple times a week. Like today is they call it Saint Joseph Day. So it's the Festa of di Papa, and the Festa di Papa, and that means like Joseph is the father of Jesus, right? The human version, father of Jesus. So everywhere you go today, if you look like you're a dad, they say auguri, and auguri in Italian means best wishes to you. So like it's kind of like Father's Day. So it's kind of everybody, everywhere you go, you were hearing like people going up to guys that look like their dads, and they say auguri. Like I heard people like getting phone calls and like their aunts saying like like best wishes to you today on Saint Joseph Day. San Giuseppe is what they call it here in Italy, but it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So what else is going on? Any good foods you guys been cooking lately? Anything new carnivore recipes?
I don't have anything new, but I have a revelation that just happened in my house that I'm so thankful for after 1 year. I taught Emma how to make steak the other day.
Nice.
Doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but I am so sick and tired of cooking for these kids.
Yes.
I'm so thankful they're doing carnivore, mostly keto, but every time it's like this. And of course I overcomplicate it with the reverse sear and all this stuff. But I taught Emma how to do the reverse sear, and I'm like, you can't unring this bell now. You know what you're doing now. You can't say, oh, Dad, I don't know how to do it. So next time I need a steak, I'm just going to be like, Emma, I paid for it. Go cook me a steak now. Let's go.
And then you gotta like you made sure you stuck the thermometer in the meat, made sure right the internal temperature and all that. She's checking that.
Yep. We did a video we did a video together, but that was the biggest point was cook it to temperature. That's my biggest advice for anyone watching now that doesn't want to watch the video. Cook it to temperature, not time. It's not like, oh, I think it'll take 10 minutes. No, you just and we have, they have the instant read thermometers. Those are like $15 or whatever. If you can afford the Bluetooth one, I have one built into my grill. It's a game changer. Like you don't even think about it. My phone,
on your phone.
Yeah, it's just like ding. Okay, it's done, and it's literally perfect every time you pull it off.
That's amazing. You know what, Kerry? I know you're a big fan of the Ninjas, and so am I. I got the Ninja Speedy Air Fryer for Christmas, and then just recently, about a month ago, I bought the Ninja Grill, and I can put like 4 small steaks on it at once. And it comes with the thermometer, and you just got to stick it in one steak, and you're totally right. You cook it, and then you can select like from rare to like all the way to well done and medium. Like there's different levels of medium well done, medium rare. And then it's a certain temperature that it gets to, and it's absolutely perfect. It's awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, I had a question for you three. I had someone comment they're on carnivore, and they're getting kind of sick of the same old things on, the same meals they've been cooking. What's a good way to, and for anybody else having that issue, what's a good way to spice up the carnivore diet without going off the diet? You guys got any tips?
Wow. I'm probably the wrong person to ask that because I could literally eat the same thing every day for the rest of my life.
Me too. I didn't know what to say to him. I felt bad. So I said, well, I'll see what you guys got to say.
Well, you know what? The more and more I get into it, I love red meat and beef, right? But depending, I think it's that there's like a spectrum of carnivore, right? And the Lions diet is way over here, which like Kerry and Adam pretty much kind of do, right? But then you keep moving down and down and down. And if you're at like the first level of carnivore, like you can eat every single animal out there, like whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to eat. And but you got to understand, like we understand and people understand that you're getting the most benefits when you're going the lion diet and red meat, right? But you know what? I mix it up once in a while with chicken wings. Like, you know what? Me and the boys love chicken wings, and we cook them in the oven, and we put butter on top of them while they're cooking. And then, sometimes I add Frank's Red Hot to it, and it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, Frank's Red Hot. So that's one way to do it. I know like it's a plant, right? But there's certain plants like I said, like the olive oil doesn't spike my glucose, right? The main thing, guys, is I think some of these people, if they want to get a lot of benefits of health, is they got to monitor their glucose, and wearing a glucose monitor is the best thing, because you probably can eat like some meats. Like everybody reacts differently to certain foods. So checking your glucose is huge. And that's why I'm pretty excited, because I haven't worn the glucose monitor in a while, because since I started that hyperbaric oxygen chamber, I'm not allowed to go in it with any metal or any mechanical devices attached. So now that I'm away on a trip, I'm able to slap on this glucose monitor. And that's what I would say the best thing to do, because some people could probably maybe even put some flavors and spices on their meats, and they won't get a glucose spike, which means they won't have an insulin release. And insulin is the biggest, problem that is causing a lot of diseases, right? Especially when people become insulin resistant, type 2 diabetes, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was a gun monitor.
I got to work on the triceps a little more.
Hey, Robin,
I appreciate it.
Robin had a good answer too. Powerball, switch it up a little bit.
Yes, Powerball is the way to go. And you know what? I never even thought of this, but you can get ground chicken, ground turkey. I'm sure you can make different types of Powerballs, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah. Same for me. Or I just switch it up a little bit. Like I'll do this, smoke the meat and then reverse sear it. For me, even like I'm fine with just the same thing over and over again. But like Jeff said, you can eat any animal, even if you count just beef. I consider that like different foods altogether. When I eat a ribeye versus like a tenderloin, it's like a whole different ball game. It's like a completely
100%.
different meal. So I try switching it up. Yeah, Cranky Carnivore's got a good tip here. Various cuts, grill, fry, air fry, sous vide, braised, and then various ruminant species. Switch it up a little bit. Sous
vide. Kerry, have you done sous vide?
I have not. Adam's the sous vide expert.
Adams is, and so is Dwight. My buddy Dwight's been doing it a lot lately, and I got to go over his house, and he's going to teach me how to do it. But Adam, do you got any tips on sous vide?
Oh my goodness, do I? And
I heard it's like the best, eh?
Sous vide chuck roast is the absolute best, man. I think it's better than a ribeye. Now don't get me wrong, a ribeye is delicious. It gets the 2 hands up, right?
What did you just say? Better than a what?
Hey, you said McDonald's is better than Culver's, man. So I got 2 of those today.
Yeah, it's just as fatty, but it has a little bit more flavor than the ribeye. So, yeah, it's just you can't beat it, in my opinion. Plus, it's so easy to cook. You put it in a bag, you put it in the water. 24 hours later, you take it out and you sear it.
24 hours later.
Yeah,
that's all.
Put it in a bag and
then you forget about it and.
Like in room temperature water?
No, well, there's an immersion cooker.
Okay.
So you can dial in the exact temperature that you want, and then it'll stay at that consistent temperature the whole time. So whatever you want the internal temperature of the meat to be, you put it at that temperature for 24 hours, and it'll break down all the collagen and the tough, gristly stuff and all that sort of thing that's in it. Because chuck roast typically is pretty tough. So it breaks all that stuff down over that 24 hours. You take it out, dry it off, put it in the fridge for maybe 10 minutes to cool it down, to get that internal temp down, and then just throw it in a hot pan to sear it, or flame sear it on the grill or whatever.
Sounds pretty good.
Delicious.
One of the things I've learned, and I think this applies for sous vide, or if you slow smoke it, you bring the temperature up, and then when you look at the steak after you're done, even if you sear it afterwards, it's the same color all the way through. I don't know. Maybe that's also letting the steak cool down before you cook it and make sure it's not kind of cold in the middle. But when I did a video with Emma the other day, it was kind of remarkable because the whole steak, it was the exact same color. And I was like, yeah, that's probably because the low and slow cook. It makes a big difference in the tenderness and the taste of it at the end.
It sure does.
That's awesome.
Speaking of, hey, Jeff, look what I got here.
Nice. There you go. The glucose monitor, Libra 2.
Shout out Dwight. I haven't tried it yet. I was doing Lion Diet for a while, and I stopped like 3 days ago. And I wanted to wait a little while, so I'd be switching it up. So I get, just like you said, if I try some chicken wings, how does that do it? So I'm going to be putting this thing on soon and
awesome.
doing a little test.
You know what? it's great because then it becomes a challenge. Like I scan mine right now, and
Does that got like a little needle in it?
yeah, it's got a little needle in it. Oh, hold on, scan error. Let me see here. Because it becomes like a challenge when you wear one of these. If you're like super competitive, I don't know why mine would. Like you want the line. I don't know if you can see this. It's not coming up clear, is it? Hold on. You can't see the graph. Mine is a little high right now, and I wonder why. But normally it's about 4.8 to 5.4. 5.6 below is good. You want to go 5.6 below. So, and normally at nighttime, I get pretty low. Like when I'm sleeping, it dips down to like, if a doctor looked at it, they would think I'm going to pass out and they'd be really like, but they don't understand that we're in the state of ketosis. We're in the state of ketosis a lot, right? So we can handle our glucose being really low. So, but there's lots of things. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Kerry.
I was say they're not used to dealing with next level humans.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Right.
No, it's pretty cool. You can challenge, you challenge yourself throughout the day to try to get it lower when you see it affected by something.
So JT was asking, I didn't open mine yet, but there's a little needle and then it comes with this little thing to like inject it. It doesn't even really hurt or anything, right?
No, it doesn't hurt at all.
And how long can you keep it in for?
14 days.
Okay.
So they don't have that brand. They don't have that in the States.
I don't think so. In fact, I thought I just recently read something where they changed it now and you can get it, but I'm pretty sure you needed a prescription before.
Yeah, you do. Sorry, you're right, Kerry. When I was in Florida, I was trying to go buy one and I couldn't buy one anywhere, even at Costco. So here in Canada, the best spot to buy those CGMs, continuous glucose monitor, the Libra 2, is at Costco. It's about $90 Canadian at Costco. Whereas if you go into the pharmacy, in Canada, it's kind of hit or miss. If you go to a certain pharmacy, they'll let you buy it, but it's like 120, 130 bucks. But some pharmacies, they say, do you have a script for it? And then they won't sell it to you. But Costco, all the time, they don't ask for a script, but they do at the Costco in the US. Well, they did in Florida, so I couldn't get one. So you're right. And they're actually, that brand, Abbott or whatever it's called, Abbott or Libra 2, they're making a Libra 4 that is going to measure your ketones as well. So that's going to be real awesome that I can measure. Because right now, like I have that, the Keto Mojo that you sent me, Kerry, and it's super awesome. But you know what? It takes some time. You prick your finger and this and that. But if you can have continuous access to checking your ketones, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's huge.
Carnivore cyborgs, man. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Speaking of sending stuff to you, Jeff, hopefully they're still okay. Adam, you know the carnivore bars we had by Maggie?
Yep.
Those things last a really long time, don't they? Or do they?
Yeah, like 20 plus years.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I sent them to Jeff over Christmas. They were supposed to get there before Christmas and they didn't make it. And then they said they were sending it back. And it's March 10th. They arrived back here. It's like 3 months later. I was like, what? The box was like all disheveled and torn, but it's all in there. Like the carnivore bars are okay. And there was a bunch of the Keto Mojo strips and stuff were in there too. So that's
awesome.
Coming back to you again. We'll try one more time.
And that was from, and you were sending that to me for my boys. That was good. That's Dante and Peter's Christmas gift. So that's awesome.
And I was so happy too, because we got it out clearly before Christmas. I'm like, his boys are going to get it before Christmas. And then it like never showed up and our mail here is really bad. So I don't know if it got held up here for a while or what. But.
No, and I think when you sent it to me, I was away with the family after Christmas, and then I didn't pick it up, and
it's going to arrive 6 months after the intended delivery date. You're going to get.
That's all right. That's all right. Next time you're in Canada with JT and Adam filming me, I'll probably be opening up the box from you.
Right. I know it'd be better off just bringing it up there in the plane. The crazy thing is, I have another box of those. Beyond the ones I sent to you, the company sent me one just randomly. They're like, if you want to review it or do a video on it, I was like, sure.
Nice. So, that's awesome. Are you speaking of that? Are you still doing videos for Amazon? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, Jenna and Katie, that's kind of their project now. I help every now and then. We just did another e-bike.
Nice.
Like 2 days ago. I got to help them shoot that and do some drone shots of it.
A different brand of an e-bike.
Yeah, they're all. I think every one of them's a little different.
Cool, that's awesome.
I'm just waiting for it to warm up. We had a couple warm days, and it's been miserable the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, my son Dante sent me a photo of Ontario, and I'm sure Adam, Ohio's probably the same. You guys got snow today?
We had a couple little. Yeah,
it's coming. They say.
Yeah. We got quite a bit of snow in Ontario today, I guess, and I'm bragging because it's every single day it's been sunny here in Italy, and it's been like, honestly, the lowest it gets is like 16, maybe 15 at night, and it's up to about 22 during the day. So I'm pretty happy to be here. Yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving the sun.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was probably, I don't know, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds today, and it was 36 degrees Fahrenheit, a little bit of flurries, and I'm outside mowing the grass.
Crazy. You were mowing the grass today?
Yeah. They're going to come out
awesome.
And put the weed feed or whatever on. And I was like, man, it needs to be cut now, because if they spray it and then I cut it, all that stuff's going to, be cut down. So yeah, crazy. And it was just like 75 degrees the other day here.
Yeah, it was warm last week. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I didn't even notice this. We got a couple.
Somebody's gone mad.
Someone's gone crazy. Gone mad. Wow. 20 Homestead Hub memberships. Thank you so much, Gone Mad. That's crazy.
I think the max you're allowed to do at a time is 50. So 20 is amazing.
So hold on. Explain this to me. This person, Gone Mad, paid for 20 Homestead How memberships to go to any of your subscribers. Is that how it works, Kerry?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So if anyone isn't a member and wants to be, there's 20 open slots. I guess that's how I'm still learning this myself too.
But it's random picked, Kerry.
It's random. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
So jump on it. Thank you so much, Gone Man. That is incredibly generous. I really appreciate it. I know I sound like a broken record, but for the new people, every penny from memberships goes 100% towards the documentary. And today's Tuesday. Every Thursday we do a members only live stream, and I've been doing a lot more member stuff. The 1 year video that just went live today for the public, I made that live 3 days ago for the members. So they got to see it 3 days in advance. And I'm doing more and more of that. When Adam and I filmed Dr. Barry, I did a couple members only videos. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate the memberships. There's a lot of the equipment. Adam and I were saying when we filmed Dr. Barry, we bought a lot of lighting equipment that we were renting before. Huge thanks to the members for a lot of that as well. And we got a couple.
It's 30 days. Then after the 30 days, you have to take over it yourself. Gotcha. It doesn't just keep going on forever on that person. They give you 30 days, and then you have to take over.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Andrew, new member. Will Hahn, new member.
Let's go, Will.
Nice.
Mirjam Edwards, new member.
Edwards, let's go.
Oh, we got a $20 super chat from Dennis. Congrats, Kerry. 1 year. Jeff is a wonderful Canadian. Proud to share the same country with him.
Nice.
Dennis.
Awesome. Thank you, Dennis.
Dennis, I'm not going to lie, though. I want to move to Italy right now.
How's the cost of everything in Italy, Jeff?
The cost is expensive everywhere you go, I think. Yeah. Everywhere you go in the world right now, it's expensive. So I'm just enjoying my $1.25 cappuccinos every morning.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, have you guys heard of the X3 bar?
No.
Oh.
No.
Man, I've been using that to work out, and it's freaking amazing.
Oh, I thought it was a bar. I thought it was like a food bar you eat.
So did I. I thought it was
like a protein bar or something.
No, it's the actual guy that invented it is Carnivore also, Dr. John Jakish. It's expensive. It's like $500. No, you don't put it on the door. There's like a plate that goes on the ground, and then the band goes underneath of it. There you go. That's it right there.
Okay.
So the bands get so big, they're up to like 600 pounds of force.
Wow.
So it's band resistant training.
Yes. Okay. So
with
continual resistance to evacuate everything out of your muscles, to totally go to exhaustion.
Ooh.
And it's a lot safer too than free weights. And man, I'm telling you what, it's next level, dude. Like in 3 weeks, I'm already seeing gains.
That's
To
amazing.
gains. Let's go. If you're under 200 pounds, it's victim weight. So let's get it up.
That's right.
How much does that cost there, Adam?
I think it's $400 or $500. It might be $450. It is kind of expensive, but it is really high quality. So I'll give it that. But
Does it
I
show
didn't want to.
Is there like an app? Does it show you like what you're lifting, like it does on the screen right there that attaches?
There
to
is
it?
an app that you can. No. So that he has a load cell attached to that. That's scientific equipment to show how much force is on that right now.
Cool.
But the bands have a range. Like the one that I'm on now goes up to 240 pounds, I think. And then there's one after that, and then there's the one that he's using because he's a beast that goes up to 600.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's cool. I remember when we one of the interviews with Dr. Chafee, I was asking him for some tips, and the biggest tip he said was what Adam just said: is you got to max out. You got to go to exhaustion. He's like, people stop too soon, and he's like, you're losing most of the value of doing it if you don't max out.
Yep, I'm gonna. Before Hack Your Health, I'm gonna look like Chafee, I think.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's the end of the 12-week program. Is right before we get there. So
nice.
I'm gonna have to do some flexibility.
No pressure.
No pressure.
We got to get over 200 as males, man. Let's go.
Right.
Oh, someone said Dr. Chafee uses that bar with resistance bands.
Nice.
Yep.
Carnivore Stan's got the X3 bar.
Is this a paid promotion now? All this stuff?
Well, I asked them if they had an affiliate program, and they said no. But we have a $50 off coupon code that you can give to people. So if anybody wants $50 off, I can send you a coupon code.
There you go. Holler at your boy Adam. He's got the hookup. I did the door frame one and busted my ass, man. I never use that again. Right to the garage sale, man.
Oh, jeez.
See, I used to teach a course, weightlifting, to grade 11s when I was teaching. Well, if I was teaching right now, I'd be teaching that right now, actually. And we talk about the different types of resistance. There's basically two types of resistance. And that band, like you're saying, Adam, it's continual resistance through the whole range of motion, which is benefiting your muscle fibers the entire time. Because the other type of resistance, when it comes to free weights and stuff like that, you're only really as strong as that sticking point. Like if you're on the bench press and your range of motion, you get to this, when you kind of like, you can't lift anymore, that's your sticking point, right? So you're only as strong as that sticking point. And that whole movement, I think that's called, it's just, so there's constant resistance versus variable resistance. I can't remember which one it is, but you're right. The continual resistance, it is a lot better, especially for athletes. I actually remember there was a hockey player that played for my favorite team, Montreal Canadiens. This has got him going back like 15, 20 years ago. His name was Alex Kovalev. Do you guys ever remember Alex Kovalev? He's a Russian guy.
No.
Like he was an amazing hockey player. Probably one of the best, probably like 15 years ago, played for Montreal. But he used to, in the summertime, I think he used to live in New York City, actually. And he said he had a trainer that trained him, and all they use is resistance bands to get that constant resistance on the muscle fibers through the whole range of motion. And it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you a better athlete and more controlled movement. So I totally get it, Adam. I think it's and adding that bar on, I think is awesome, because then you can control your movements even more. With your
risk of injury.
Yeah, 100%. Yes, for sure.
And then the band when it's in the collapse position, that's your weakest position.
Yes.
Right? So there's less resistance at that point, and then it increases. And as you get to your most extended point, that's the highest. That's your most stable and supportive position. So that's the highest resistance. So that's that variable resistance.
Yes. And you know what? And any like student athletes. Whoa. That's right. It would be called variable resistance. You're right. And if any student athletes are listening to this, these are good tips for these resistance bands. And I always tell, when I'm teaching this lesson to my students, I always tell the story when I was about 15 years old, and I used to play competitive basketball, like rep level basketball, whatever they call it, club basketball. And the rival team we used to play against, actually, I played, my hometown is Brantford, and Kerry, you know how you and Adam stayed in Hamilton. So that's a city about 30 minutes outside of my hometown. But they had this player on the Hamilton team, my age, 5'9", 10. Okay. He was playing in Brantford in a game, and I remember being at this game. I wasn't playing against him, but he ran into the wall and he broke both his wrists, this kid.
Oh, wow.
So he was off of basketball for 9 months. Okay. This was his grade 10 year. We were 15 years old. I remember coming back to basketball the following year when we were both in grade 11. He's still 5'9", 10. Okay. And I'm going to say it because this is not a racist comment, but he's a white boy too. Okay, because a lot of black boys can jump through the roof. We all know that, right?
White men can't jump. There's a movie.
White man. That's right. There's a movie about it. So
well-known fact.
So he's a white boy. He's 5'9", 10. He was doing 360 two-hand dunks a year later. And I'll tell you why, what he did. So then I asked his father. I remember watching him one game a year later, and he's doing all these dunks. He's throwing the ball off the backboard, dunking it. His father said for 9 months, he ripped the bicycle tubes out of his bike tires, wrapped them around his knees, under his toes, and he did seated calf raises for 9 months straight, like a few hours a day. And his leg muscles developed so much, and he practiced jumping because he couldn't do anything else. His wrists were broken, right? And he came back, and he was I saw it with my own eyes, guys. He's 5'9", 10. Before he broke his wrist, he could barely touch the rim, and then he was just throwing down crazy dunks. So, any athletes listening to this tonight, if any subscribers have kids into sports, that tip that Adam gave tonight is huge. Okay, that band, that variable constant resistance that's on your muscle fibers is huge.
Yeah, life hands you lemons. You make lemonade, man. You break a wrist and you start learning how to dunk, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get cancer and you learn how to eat properly.
You learn how to live healthy. Sometimes the worst things in life set us up for the best things in life that ever happened to us. I'm a firm believer in that.
100%, JT. And I say, you guys know it. You guys are my friends. Like, I have stage 4 cancer. I'm having the best time of my life right now. The last 2 years, it took a while to get in the right state of mind, right? But I'm having the best time of my life, and I'm honestly, because we're on this as a carnivore cafe tonight, right? So the carnivore diet is huge. It's the biggest attribute to me enjoying life, to be honest with you, and to everybody else.
Now you can feed that mindset to other people because you know what it's like to tune in, to tap into that energy, that mindset.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Love it.
Gone mad, down 83 pounds since Thanksgiving. Woo!
Nice.
Good job, man.
Hey, Kerry, my mom's been on keto since the meetup. I think it's like day 8. She's already off her CPAP machine.
What? Shout out JT's mom.
Wow.
JT's mom is just the nicest.
She's off her CPAP machine, and she's so happy.
Awesome.
Man. Yeah.
It's so life-changing because
how long has it been?
8 days, and she's off the CPAP machine.
Wow.
And just doing keto. She's not carnivore. She's doing keto. And she's like, yeah, I didn't even need it last night. I was like, wow, you're kidding me.
Tell her, just wait, JT. Just wait. Because the sleep improves, right? And that's great because you don't got to strap that stupid thing to your head anymore. But then your immune system gets stronger. Your hormones
the inflammation is going down. She's not snoring already, too. She's off the CPAP machine. She's down at least 7 pounds in 8 days. So
shout out Melody. JT's mom is the sweetest person in the world. That's awesome.
So I'm glad I took her to the meetup, man.
Right,
man. I know I'm going to have my mom around for a lot longer now that she's working at it. So
seriously, that made the whole meetup worth it because I know I said that going into it. We do all of these videos and it's just preaching to the carnivore choir, and to have some people in there that weren't familiar with carnivore or that were keto curious, or like your mom, she wasn't even doing keto before this. That's just awesome.
Oh, and I saw a couple comments. People are like, well, the people in the photos don't even look healthy. How are you going to promote that diet? I'm like, half the people there weren't on the diet, man. Like, they were learning. Like my mom, she was there. She was one of those people that was on the fence, and that literally that meetup was what tipped the scale. And for her to say, I'm doing it, man. She needed that last feather to drop on there. And I'm so glad we got that last feather to tip the scale. So,
where was those comments at? Who on earth would say something like that?
Oh, there was a couple of them.
There's always one, right?
Yeah. You know what? Hey, Kerry, Dr. Shafee warned me. Remember on the 24-hour live that, you're going to venture in this YouTube world and there's going to be some people that shouldn't be writing comments and they're writing silly comments about stupid things, right? And I actually read one on my channel. I don't know where it is, but I read one maybe a week ago. And this guy pops in and out like every 2 or 3 months, and he's very negative. And if he's listening tonight, I'm shame on you, buddy, whoever you are. But he made a comment like, it was one of my videos. He's like, can we have an update on your tumors? Is the carnivore diet even helping? If the scans aren't improving, then the carnivore diet is doing nothing for you. He basically something along those lines, right? And I'm like, this is the cynical world we live in, where people are just judging and making comments about people and this and that. And I'm thinking in my head, I feel great. I look good. I think I look good. Right? Like I'm still living. Isn't that proof enough?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need to show anybody my scans and my scan results and whatever, or I don't need to show anybody of that stuff. Right.
That's what I call a seed oil sucker. That guy's a seed oil sucker.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think everyone's just waiting. I think there's not everyone. Sorry. There's very few people out there that are waiting, that watch us, for us to slip up and go, you know what, guys, we made a mistake. The carnivore diet's horrible. It's I'm going back to eating plants and
you got
sugar
me.
and carbs and this and that. Like,
what was I thinking?
There's some people waiting for us to say, yeah, exactly.
I'm going back to peanut M&Ms, man.
Yeah, what was I thinking? Red meat. That's right. Red meat causes colon cancer. I must have missed that line. That red meat causes colon cancer.
Yeah, I can just tell by your energy, your smiles, man. You're just the experience. You're having. I can just tell you're having fun just by looking at you, man. And people don't need to get all technical on that. I'm sure your scans your scans will look good when they look good, and you just keep doing you, brother.
You know what, Jeff?
Thanks a lot.
It's funny you mention these things, Jeff, too, because like the McDonald's thing. I just went to McDonald's. Emma's been doing her own channel, and she got a mean comment yesterday.
I saw that.
Here, let me just show you guys real quick because it was so funny. This is what I do with them, Jeff. I turn it into a sport, commenting back.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. So here's one that Emma got yesterday. They were being mean to Emma, a little teenager doing a YouTube channel.
Shout out to Emma. She's a sweetheart, and she's a very smart girl, man. I was not doing half the stuff she's doing at that age.
Right.
So I don't know.
So this is a real quick one here. Emma just got her first negative comment on the live stream we did.
Her name's Katie. Sounds so much more intelligent than Emma. And Emma needs to work more on her rather limited because homeschool can still be lacking in teaching these basic skills.
Emma, this is what you reply back with. Thank you so much. I'm so happy reading your comment. Thank you. Yeah, TANK. Thank you so much. I so happy.
I so as one word.
I so happy.
So happy.
You make Emma smile.
Catch.
Yeah.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So
hey,
we had
comment made us laugh. I guarantee that person that left that did not think that everybody would be laughing their ass off at their comment. They thought they were going to really get in someone's feelings. He
said Emma needs to work on her vocabulary, for those of you that missed the beginning part of that. So yeah, I always have fun with them. The other thing I like to do is just write the letter K, or a new one I've been doing for the longest time. If they leave me a bad comment, they'll leave a long essay. I'll leave the lowercase K. That really makes them mad. But this is the new one, is I'll say to them, OMG, I thought you were being serious for a second there. Laugh out loud. I do that one all the time now. They get so mad because they'll say stuff to me like to you, like, oh, carnivore's crazy. There's no studies on it. You're just going to die. And I'll do that one over and over again. Oh, I thought you were actually being serious there for a second. And then you never answer them back. It's
Yeah, the other day someone told me it's impossible to be carnivore. We're omnivores, bro. And he's like, and I bet you're shitting bricks on that diet. I'm like, where do you guys come up with this stuff, man? You just sit there all day to just find something to get up in someone's ass for?
Right.
Hey, here's that comment. It actually was after our episode 2. Is this our episode 3, by the way?
Episode 3, brother.
3, yeah. Episode 2 is on my channel, and he's edited it a few times. This guy,
of course.
But this is what it is. This is what it reads right now. And I hope he's listening because this is ridiculous. He says he's calling all 4 of us carnivore cultists. We're cults, carnivore cultists. Okay. And then he says, just show Jeff scans and we will decide if carnivore is a big deal or just easy fat loss with decreased inflammation. That's what he wants. So basically he's just calling kind of me out, just show Jeff scans. And then we're going to decide if carnivore is a big deal. Or is it just about fat loss and decreased inflammation? Like, this is where I don't get the purpose of a person writing a comment like that. I really don't. I don't get it at all.
Right.
Yeah,
But anyways, and you know what? And I wasn't going to bring this up tonight. There was a bunch of there's only a few people that write silly, stupid comments. Right. And it's not even, and if they're listening, those people, you're not even worth our time. You're not worth anybody's time when you have an attitude like that. And shame on you. And we will never, hey, all 4 of us, let's never bring up these people again. Right? Because they're not even worth anybody's time.
Right.
Okay. And when people, it's kind of like the bullies, right? Like, they have their own problems in life, deep psychological problems and health problems of their own. So they try to take it out on other people.
Right.
So we're not going to talk about these people anymore. That's
right.
All I do. I just answer with the pray hands.
Yeah.
I'm not going to heart it. I'm not going to like it, and I'm not going to say anything to them. So I do the pray hands and just let it go. That way, that gets rid of the comment in my studio.
Right.
Well,
that's the only reason why I do it.
When anybody mentions religion or faith at all, everyone just shuts up anyways.
Right.
Because no one really wants to get into that at all. But
we should thank them.
Don't feed the trolls. I'm like, I'm not feeding the trolls. I'm trying to get these trolls from out underneath their bridge so they can live their life and be happy like we are.
Yes,
you don't have to live under the bridge and just wait for the next thing to complain about.
Right.
Get out there and start living, man. Get rid of the bridge. Move out, man.
I think Adam said this before too, but we can thank them as well because those controversial comments, they just help with the algorithm and they get the word out about carnivore more because their videos go higher and higher up because they're putting this in the comments and they get 10 responses after it. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Hey, we're already over an hour here. This is crazy.
Yeah, that is fast. Can we do you guys mind if we do it the same time next week?
Works for me.
Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be awesome.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, should we wrap her up?
Yeah, that sounds good. Here, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys one last little glimpse. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to my camera?
Who turned the lights out?
Who did turn the lights out?
That's it.
How did that happen? I unplugged my. Okay, I'm back in now.
We're back.
That's really weird. Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna see if I can. It's probably dark outside, but I'm gonna try to go outside and show you guys maybe the mountains and the beauties of Italy.
Adam, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We lost you, Jeff.
Yeah, there's gonna be a pile of breadsticks outside that he's hiding from everybody.
Right.
You guys lost me again. Hold on. Oops. Oh crap! Hey guys, I'm shutting down. My computer's shutting down.
Oh no! Well, we're gonna. We lost him. You'll have to tune in next week to see Jeff's Airbnb in Italy.
The amazing conclusion.
I'm sure he'll do a short of it. He's good at keeping up on the shorts.
I was just thinking, Adam, when he said when he was describing the Airbnb and then the mountains outside, cinematic for the documentary. It's every time we talk about Airbnbs, we're saying, where can we put the camera? Where composition, lighting? That looks like that would have been a good place to film for sure. So
incredible.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone for the super chats and the memberships. And you guys want to shout anything out? I got Adam, Jeff, JT's channel in the description below. We also have a link to the meetup JT and I are doing in the description below if anyone wants to get more info on that. And yeah, that's it for me. You guys got anything else?
Oh, just check out the meetup and check out Adam's new interviews.
Yep. I got 2 coming out this week, and I think that's it for 3 times a week. And then I'm going to 2 a week, and then I'm just going to 1 a week, 1 interview a week, and then an actual video where I'm actually doing something instead of just interviewing somebody. So
Text from Jeff. Sorry, guys. Laptop shut down. Say goodbye.
whoops. Bye, Jeff.
Yeah, his laptop started an update, so he's out, man, on this one. That's for sure.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys. Beep.
Bye, everybody.
Beep.
Beep.